We've got the headset in English and German. Do we have any German questions likely in the press conference today? No? Okay. If we could just see a show of hands, so the two microphones, so we know where we're going, please.
Simon, go on here. Pep, I just wonder, what statement do you feel you've made in keeping your 100% record intact the way you did by winning at United? And also, after the game, did you have a drink with Jose?
No. Very good morning. We have a lot of things to do after the game, the managers, the trainers. So we spend 1 hour later with the radios, press conference, and so on. So we have no time. So.
And what statement do you feel you've made by winning the way you did at United and keeping that 100%?
3 points, that's all. We made the good things and we made the bad things, and we have to improve for the future. Of course, we're happy, but that's all. It's just 3 points.
Jose, a lot's been said about your goalkeeper's performance at the weekend. You said after the game you were very pleased with him, but in terms of the mistakes that he made and the experience of being in the Manchester derby for the first time, in the Premier League for the first time, how much stronger do you think Claudio Bravo will be for that experience?
He's so strong. I saw the game yesterday, we played against United, to realize and to know the players, what kind of things we made good and what kind of things we have to improve. And I saw the action, the goal, what happened after the 3 or 4 actions he received the ball, and which huge personality played at that moment. And that is what I tried to say after the game. And after yesterday I saw the game, and I was convinced before the game, and after seeing it was the same. So I am going to tell you something. Claudio Bravo or Willie, who's going to play, or Angus, they are going to make mistakes in the future. I'm telling you now. So they are not going to save all the goals, and they are going to make mistakes, and the opponents, they are going to score the goals. I'm pretty sure of that.
Sorry, Pep, you also said on Saturday that when you watched the game again, you would decide whether or not it was a penalty and your goalkeeper should have been sent off. Jose Mourinho has had a lot to say about that.
So normally, normally my career, maybe once in 7 years or twice in 7 years, but I don't speak about the decisions of the referee. So when it's going, sometimes we are lucky, sometimes we are unlucky. So, but I'm not going to talk about the referees. I don't know in 3 years how many times it's going to happen, but it will happen few. So I'm making mistakes. So if you tell me about the decisions, okay, he touched the ball and the player, and the decision is done. So sometimes it happens with you, sometimes again. So that's all.
Hi Pep. There was City struggled last season a little bit to get David Silva and Kevin De Bruyne playing in the same team and playing at their best. You seem to have found a system that allows both of them to play centrally and to play at the very, very best, and they're both playing very well. How have you done that, and what is it that you've instructed them to do? And
I think that David and Kevin, when they were fit last season with Manuel, they played together. Maybe last season David was not top because he was injured, and normally when he's injured you cannot achieve the best level. But when both play together and when both they were fit with Manuel, they play amazing. So I didn't discover Kevin, and I didn't discover David. So I'm good, but not good enough to players with a low quality make a huge quality and play good. They play good because they are good. And what we have to try is they put on the field in the best condition to receive as much balls as possible to play with their qualities. But the coaches are just here to make a good environment, to help these qualities on the pitch and understand the game between each other. So that's all. So the coaches are good because we win. That's all. Analysis why we can discuss for many things. But I am good these last 3 weeks because I won. That's all. Because the same game yesterday I saw we could lose, but we could lose in the first half. We make a good 40 minutes. They receive a goal 2-1, and the last 3-4 minutes they had 2 clear chances for me, Ibrahimovic as well. Again, so we can go to the dressing room in the halftime with 3-2 down. So that's football. And after we talk about we play good. Yeah, we play good because it's not easy to play in United, in Old Trafford, and the way we played. But we are far away. We are far away for the best. We are looking forward for the team and to compete to win the Premier League, to compete the best teams in Europe. We are far away.
Pep, here. The Champions League, the last few seasons, it seemed to be Bayern, Real Madrid, Barcelona up here. English teams have found it harder a lot of the time.
Yeah.
City obviously reached semi-final last season. But why do you think English teams have found it
I would like to know that. And maybe all of you are more experienced in England than me, so I would like to know the reason why. But the quality is there, but I don't know. And this question I maybe will be able to answer you in a few months if we are able to reach the finals and we achieve. So the people say for the schedule, for a lot of games, for the intensity. So I don't know. So I would like to know why in the last years, the last time it was maybe United with Sir Alex Ferguson and Chelsea when we won in Munich the final of the Champions League. But I don't know. Believe me, I don't know. I would like to try to discover, and of course we are going to try to help the English teams to stay there.
Because you feel that the quality is there?
Yeah, no doubt about that. When I see Liverpool, when I see Chelsea yesterday against Swansea, when I see United this year, but United always has a good team. When I see Tottenham, and I see the players and the way they play, all of them, they are level to play in the Champions League against good teams. No, I don't have doubt about that. But the reason why, I don't know.
Hi, Pep. Gladbach have been pretty successful against you when you played them in Germany. In last season with Andre Schubert, they went 3 at the back and went man-to-man in defence. Do you think they take more risks against your approach than many other managers or clubs do?
I don't think so. When I see the teams from Schubert in Deutschland, it just played with 3 against me and said, okay, take a risk against me, but they play like this in all the games. So it's a brave team, a brave coach, and one of the best talents, teams and players in Europe right now. So if we let them play, we will suffer. So they have a lot of quality. The draw was difficult for us, especially, of course, for Barcelona is there, but especially with Gladbach. Gladbach, I know them, and it's a very, very good team.
But you say, in terms of, if you let them play, it's difficult, but they've had success stopping you play as well. How do you think they've managed to do that?
Well,
it's not been easy.
No, it's easy. Many teams, they beat me.
Not that
No,
many.
no. They beat me, and they are aggressive. They bring a game of 1 against 1, a man-to-man in the build-up. They don't let you to make the process the 2 against 1, the 3 against 2. And what that's happened is is a fight. Most of the cases are man-to-man, and they with the ball they are so intelligent. They are the people who play in the middle, like Stindl, Kramer, and the Hood, and Rafael, Hazard, and the Traoré, Bendel. They are so offensive. They receive behind our midfield line five players. When they contact in that moment, they attack 5 against 4. They are a Dutch Germany team. That means the counter-attack uses the counter like a master. They do well, but they have a good build-up. Sommer, his goalkeeper, is a goalkeeper. Is not tall, but he read like a little bit. We're looking for the build-up, the 2 against 1 in the short, in the long passes. So they create a good environment for a good way to play, and that's why it's so complicated. So they are a really good team.
Hello, Pep. Could you give us an injury update on Sergio Aguero and company and Gundogan, please?
But company, it was banned is not injured, so was banned, but he can play. Gundogan is every week, is every day, and every week, after every training session is much better. And Vincent is the same situation. Yesterday we trained a hard training for the players, didn't play against United, and he played really good. He trained really good. So they are almost there. So to help us to place the next 6 games in 70, 80 days. So we will be helped for them.
I bet the board at Manchester City, the executives at Manchester City, have told us that it's almost impossible for a British club to win the Premier League and the Champions League because of how tough it is in the Premier League, week on week on week. What do you think of that as a statement?
So maybe at the end of the season, I will be glad to answer his question. But United when the Premier League arrived in the final of the Champions League against Barcelona twice and against Chelsea. So why not? So why you cannot win today? You cannot win in 3 days. Why you cannot win today and 3 days later? So it's the same answer to the question. I would like to know why. But why should we not try to win, the games? Why not? So the people say the physical. Yeah, it's physical, but it's the same games in Spain or in Germany. There are 18 teams. That's true. But so I don't know. So maybe I will answer and say that's true. We arrive in February, March, and April. The players are dead. So they have no more energy, or we had a lot of injuries, or I don't know. But in that moment, in October, after 4 Premier League games, and of course we had the Champions League 6 official games, why we cannot compete every 3 or 4 days in a row? So I think we can do that.
You've got a very impressive record of reaching the semi-finals in all 7 years that you've played in the competition. City reached the last 4 last year. Is it fair to say that anything less than that would be a failure in your eyes, both for you and City, not reaching the semi-finals at least?
No, it was a pleasure to be coached from Barcelona, Bayern Munich, and for their history, they are used to to achieve semi-finals, finals, quarterfinals. Manchester City don't have that history, and we would like to build something. So I think Roberto Mancini helped us to achieve the first step, and Manuel made a real good job to achieve every time 80 finals. It was unlucky to play 2 times against Barcelona. When you face Barcelona, that can happen because they are the strongest teams in the world. But last season arrived in the semi-finals, and they show us, okay, we can try it again. So, but at the end, I think one team is settled in Europe when in 5, 6, 7, 10 years you are there, always. One times in semi-finals, one times quarterfinals, semi-finals, 80 finals, and you are there every single year. And after 1 year, you achieve maybe the final. So, but that is the first time when I see on one team that don't have history to achieve regularly that process.
Hi, Pep. Would you ever sacrifice your style in the Champions League to go through to the semi-final or the final? Would you ever just say, right, on this one occasion, I'm not going to play in my style to reach the final?
What does it mean to play in your style?
You always say you want to keep the ball, you won't give up the goalkeeper thing.
Yeah, but I do it. Yeah, but I do it in Champions League, or I try to convince my old Barcelona players, Bayern Munich players, and now Manchester City players. I try to convince to keep the ball to do that against Champions League game, against Carling Cup, against the Cup, against the Bundesliga, Premier League, or a friendly game, because that is the best way to win the games. So every manager in the world make their ideas with their players because they believe that is the best way to win the games. I'm not a romantic guy. I want numbers, and I want to win the games. And the best way, I believe the best way to win the games is in that way. Of course, when you achieve with the best teams in Europe, they beat you because they are good players. They are in that moment better than me, or they are luckier than you, or you are luckier than them, or I don't know. But the way we're going to approach, of course, I'm going to adapt many things or few things. It depends on the quality of the opponents, the quality of your players. For example, the way we attack now is completely different in Bayern Munich, and it's completely different in Barcelona, because the quality of the players is completely different. But the main thing, the main process is, okay, try to make high pressing, to win the ball as soon as possible, and make a build up to more control, because you have more passes, you have make better transitions. It's the same, but the quality of the way I have to adapt to Agüero, we have to adapt to Kun, to Kelechi, to when we play with for example, David Silva is completely different when we play with Fabian Delph. So we adapt, of course, the quality of the players. That's why it's nice. But the way they want to play is because we believe in that way we have more chance to win the games. Not because, okay, I have one idea, I wanted that. So no, it's because I believe 100% that is the best way to win the games.
Okay, last couple of questions in English, and then we'll do some Spanish questions.
Pep, Raheem Sterling seems to be playing with a lot more confidence this season. We heard that you called him earlier in the summer. Why did you do that? What did you say to him? And how do you think you're getting the best out of him this season?
No, we make that process to wait the build-up, to receive our strikers, not only Sterling, the best conditions on the possibility once against the opponent. The players has the quality to dribbling, they have to dribbling. The player has to strong in the air, so we have to use it. So right in that moment, we have to create an environment to receive as much as possible the balls to his quality. Their quality is 1 against 1, and after that is his quality. So the last game in United, they had the problems to the 1 against 1, when in the past it was much better. So it always is the same. So try to receive the player has the quality 1 against 1. Do the actions. I like the people have to go to dribbling as much as possible. I like it.
Hi, Pep. For all the good things that you did at Bayern Munich, some people point to the fact that you didn't win the Champions League.
Yeah.
Is that fair? And do you feel that coming here and starting off now in this competition, that you have a point to prove?
Okay, it's the people. I will try to be honest. The people asking me to win the Champions League in this year right now in the Manchester City really have to be a real good coach. Have to be. I will try, but the history is the history. So, but I know. So the people believe I felt in my process in Munich because I didn't win the Champions. I have to accept that. And when the people is talking about what the prestigious manager said, that I'm not going to win the Champions League, I will be failed. It's okay. So I have to accept that, because every day the people talking about the managers, the players, about our job, I have to accept that. So, but I never, when I start the season, said, okay, when I win the Premier League, I don't win, or when I win the Champions League, I doesn't win, what will be my, how will be judged. So I try to do my best. I try to work as much as possible and analyze the bad things we did in the last games to improve. But that's why it's nice my job, because always you can be better. Always you can play better. Always you can make many things constantly, and that's nice. We make a good things in the last games, but also we make not good things, and that is the fascinating in our job. Always you can be better. Can be better, make you better, and we're going to try, and we will see our level. So at the end, when we achieve the best dreams and the best targets in the season, it's because the other will be better than us, and that means, okay, what do we have to do next season to make it better than that season, and in that process, accept the opinion for the people.
Hi, Pep. Following on from what Chris said, your chief executive, Ferran Soriano, has said that one of the reasons they wanted to bring you here was to take the team to the next level of tactical sophistication and the next level in intensity. What do you think in Europe are some of the key areas that you need to improve on this team, and where do you think they need to get better going forward?
To have to improve a lot of things. So we are in after 4 4 games in the Premier League, I would like to tell this brilliant audience and our fans the way we are first in the Premier League, the way we have played until now, it will be not enough to win the Premier League. So you have to improve. We have to improve to win the Premier League. What I saw in these 3 or 4 games. Of course, we are so happy for the results, for the numbers, for the way we played after 2 months. We are so happy, but it's not enough to win the Premier League and of course to achieve the big targets in the Champions League.
Can you give some examples of things that you
A lot. Maybe 2 more can be here. So we have to improve. We have to improve, but it's normal. After 2 months, all the teams have to improve. Not all, especially for the managers are new. For example, when you see Liverpool or especially Tottenham with Pochettino, so you see their teams, they are clear what they do in 90 minutes, and the new managers like United or like us or like Chelsea. So and I realize how tough it is league because the opponents they are many good. Yesterday I saw the Chelsea was really impressed how they play, and Tottenham I saw the highlights as well. So it's tough, really tough. The Premier League, that's why I came here. I realized immediately how good is the Premier League and all the environment and the fans and the spectators and everything. So we have to of course improve.
So guys, we do some questions in Spanish. Any questions in Spanish?
Bona tarda, Pep. Tant vosaltres amb Bravo com el Gladbach amb Sommer teniu molt bona sortida de pilota. Esperes un partit on es penalitzin els errors del rival en la fase de sortida, en construcció?
Ja, si perds una pilota en construcció en el primer pas on passes és una gran possibilitat que et facin gol. Però si surt bé tindràs ocasió de gol. Però sí, però no només demà, sinó sempre. Si el porter la passa al central i la perd, una gran possibilitat de que hi hagi gol.
So the question was, both teams, Manchester City, Borussia Monchengladbach, have 2 goalkeepers who are strong and help in the build-up. So do you think or do you expect that mistakes tomorrow in the build-up are going to penalize both teams? Yes, if you lose the ball in the build-up, of course you are going to concede a chance to the opponent team. But of course, again, if it goes well, you'll have the chance and the advantages over the opponent. But it will be always gonna be like that.
Hola, aquí. Què? Pregunto en anglès o...?
No.
Bueno, t'han fet una cançó als aficionats del City, no sé què pensa vostè d'aquesta cançó que li canta. I dos, tothom parla de la feina que està fent vostè i a mi m'agradaria que parlés de la feina que abans va fer el Chiqui per construir-li això que vostè fa.
Sobre la cançó, doncs, molt agraït, molt content, mai m'ho havien fet i estic molt content que m'ho hagin fet, els agraeixo, els agraïm. Evidentment aquest és un club amb molta història, més enllà dels títols guanyats o no guanyats, que hi ha altres clubs que en tenen més, per un aficionat del City, el City és el més important, per tant la història hi és. La gent d'Abu Dhabi, el chairman, doncs realment va ser una peça important per intentar donar un canvi en aquest club i evidentment amb el Brian Marwood al principi i ara amb el Chiqui doncs evidentment han fet un canvi. Què vols que et digui? Jo tinc una relació molt personal amb el Chiqui, amb ell i amb la seva família i per tant evidentment tota la gent que pren decisions en pren bones i dolentes, jo el primer, però en la llarga jo crec que n'ha pres de moltes i de molt bones.
So there were 2 questions. The first one is, what do you think about the song the fans have created for you? So I'm very grateful for that. I've never had this detail for my team fans. So we are very grateful for the song, for the detail of the fans. And the second question was about Chiqui Beristain. What do you think about the job he's been doing in Manchester City? So Manchester City has a lot of history behind, so no matter about trophies they have won in the past, the entrance of the Abu Dhabi investors became an important step for us and to make an important change in the club. Brian Marbut starts, and now it's Chiki Bergstein continuing the job. And of course, Chiki and I, we have a good relationship. Of course, he's taken good and bad decisions, but I'm sure he's taken more good than bad decisions so far.
Hola Pep, Antonio Fuentes, Deportes 4. Quería saber qué opinión le merece que Mourinho criticara a los árbitros después del derbi y quién es el mejor jugador en su opinión de la competición que empieza mañana.
El mejor jugador de la competición.
De la Champions.
Messi. Messi. No hay nadie mejor que él.
¿Y la otra?
La otra la respondo.
So the question was, what do you think about Mourinho, what he said after the game on Saturday, criticizing the referee? I'm not going to answer that. And the second question is, what do you think is the best player in the current UEFA Champions League? Messi. There's no player better than him.
Okay, guys, thanks. I'll be back
Thank
to
you.
Raheem in a moment.
Thank you.